Hi, and welcome to the Pride Road Architects podcast. I'm Lisa Rains, and each episode I'll talk to people who interest me in the world of architecture and business. So join me and fellow lions and lionesses as we explore architecture in the den. So hi everyone, welcome to Architecture in the Den. In this episode we've taken a trip down to the Cotswolds to meet up with architect Sandy Hickey from Pride Road, South Warwickshire, and she showed us round a nurse-sheltered house that she designed for her parents about 20 years ago. So it's currently, it's rented out, but is actually between tenancies, so we had the opportunity to go in and see it while some maintenance work was being done, and so here's some background, warts and all, about the actualities of working with clients, building a sustainable building, and enjoy.
Bought the land in 1996, and then rebuilding it 2003, 2004. And then my parents moved in, and then Dad carried on building, doing stuff, linking up things that then leaked and caused problems later. But he kind of wanted it as a project, but his building ability sort of reduced. So, set into the side of the hill, we literally had to dig out a massive flat space from the entrance corner. The house sort of faces that way south.
So before it was just a
Hill.
Just a hill?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you had to go up into it as well. So it was, there's the retaining wall sort of along the lane. So it's one of the very British idea of a lane where you cut it in to the ground so that it's all protected. So you sheep, I don't know, when you drive them along, all right. That's just kind of pointless, isn't it? Let's talk about sheep. We cleared it all out, and then we built it's got 2 stories to it, but as you can see, it's got various different levels, so we work our way up. Got the entrance courtyard, so the idea was from the lane you couldn't see the house. So you sort of drive in, and then you're surprised by the fact there's a double garage back onto the lane that nobody knows about. And then I've sort of got a curved entrance courtyard. So there's curved elements that you really see, but a lot of it is... So is that the
garage all in that stone bit is all garage?
Yeah.
To the right
bit.
as well?
No, the
So that's
bit.
solid wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can you take us from the entrance through?
Sort of driven in through the very narrow gap, and the reason it's so narrow is originally it was wider, but when we were digging out, the builders came across a big bit of rock. It was too big to put it on the lorry,
right, okay.
And it was too hard to break it up without a lot of cost. So they went, why don't we just move the house slightly? So we moved the house, and I just closed that down a bit, which was a bad decision. So I should have changed the design, but I didn't want to let go of the sort of circular courtyard and then not being able to quite see in. And that, but yeah.
And are you using like a local stone?
Yes, this is local Cotswold stone. So, it's been splashed about by people trying to leave. The garage is sort of hidden away, but if I press the button, hopefully it'll open.
Would you be able to get in there? So you do like a 3-point turn with
Yes,
you
yeah. In theory, you keep the car in the garage.
Wow.
It's not working 100% right yet.
Say that again. Your structural engineer did what?
The structural engineer did the structural calculations for the Teletubby house.
Wow.
When I pulled up yesterday, that's exactly what.
No, it was
Which
before.
came first?
Because I've been living in Leamington for a long time. And he was working in Leamington, so he was local to Stratford, which is where Ragdoll Productions started. So anyone There was enough information, no ragdoll, and and then of course they did the Teletubbies, so they needed to create a space where they were working. Yeah, so it was a studio, but I've never been there. I'd love to have been there.
So the Teletubbies was a real play. It was a real.
They had real building, real building stuff underground in the Welcome Hills, just outside Stratford.
I think you can visit that, can't you?
I don't know. I've never. Matching it and stuff. This is all cavity wall construction. So this is the most normal wall in the entire place. This is a cavity wall with 150 mil of insulation within it. So and the house building is just here, and then that's a movement joint. So behind here, behind those other walls, there are big concrete reinforced walls. Retaining walls, and the foot that holds them comes out the front underneath, so you can't plant a tree. Small things, but so about that far down you get to concrete shapes, so that helps hold it back. So the builder was Greenford Construction, and they do civils stuff. They do a lot of water course stuff. I work for British Waterways, and they did quite a lot of specialist stuff for them. So in fact, when I was designing it, I was doing it as blocks and reinforcing in them, and then pouring that in, and that was how I designed it. So I did a lot of drawings with all the different layers of them, working it all out, and then they came along and they went, oh no, it's all right, we've got our own structural formwork. They just built it all with that.
And how?
Just explaining about the ground source heat pump here.
Ah, right, okay.
So the pipe works there, well insulated. So it goes down into a 30-metre deep borehole, and then it comes back up again, and then it goes across and into a 60-metre hole, down borehole, and then back up again.
I mean, if you go 60 metres deep, don't you hit something quite warm?
Well, once you're below, what is it? Oh, I've forgotten the numbers. Once you're a certain distance down, the Earth's temperature doesn't really change very much at all.
Right, okay.
So so it's warmer down there. It's like at 8 degrees or something all the time.
Yeah.
So you just pick up little bits of heat from it, which is what a heat pump does.
60 metres.
So, I don't know where noise is.
All these pipes.
There's probably
I pity the person that rents this out and has to figure out what to do with things.
Well, most
You've got
of the
a good
time it's
instruction
fine.
manual for them.
Yeah, I've got a really big instruction manual, which I need to read. Going to reading bits of it to figure out.
And is it
what to do.
underfloor heating everywhere in the whole house?
Yes, so there's a story about that. So I'm not sure. I can't remember if there's any under here. There's underfloor heating on this level, and then the pool room. So that's the underfloor heating pipes going into the pool level, and then there's a set. Well, they're insulated. Yeah, there's a set that goes up there as well. So the set that comes up to this one, well, my dad turned it off on week 2 because it was getting too hot in the bedrooms at the top, so they've never been on again. Well, I say week 2. He came and said, "Oh, it's far too hot. I've turned those pipes off. We don't need them." And then I felt them, and I went, "Dad, they're still hot." He goes, "Oh my God, they're still hot." And he was sort of like, "Goes, I haven't turned them off." So yeah, they've not been on since.
What are those big pipes in there?
So they are the line. So the ceilings here. Don't bang your head.
Is this underneath the swimming pool then?
Swimming pool's in here, behind this wall. Yeah, so this is the ventilation unit. Pool.
What is it?
Sand filter
Okay.
for the pool. So this is all the pool gubbins.
Yeah.
It's the cleaning stuff. That's the heater for the pool. And then this funny looking thing here is what they call a counter current. So it pushes out air and with water, and
So
you
you
swim
can
against
swim
it.
Ah.
Yeah.
I wish we
I'm not even sure if I'm not even sure if it's working though or not.
Yeah, I didn't bring my swimming costume. Next time. Next time.
Yeah,
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. And the mechanical heat recovery ventilation system, I was doing it early 2000s before that, and the guy, people used to have them in their lofts, and then they'd have the crinkly plastic stuff that you use, it was completely incorrect. So when I talked to the guy, I went, right, I need to know we've got to agree where the pipework's going. And he said, oh, don't worry about that. He said, oh, my guys will just cut through walls when they come in, don't worry. And I'm thinking, does this guy know what he's doing? Because I already told him he's meant to know it's a house with
Concrete walls.
Reinforced concrete walls. We need to put the holes in first before we do anything else. He said, you tell me where you want the pipes, we'll make you a space. Yeah, but they've had to drill some holes, but that one you must be sunny here.
Yeah. Sometimes sunny.
So one of the unusual things about this house is that it's electric heating via a heat pump, but it uses almost the same amount summer and winter. Because in the winter time it's still it's got the heat. It takes so long to lose its heat that by the time it's lost its heat, summer's come around again.
Really?
So we use the cheaper night electricity to run the heat pump to heat the swimming pool. Then the swimming pool helps give off heat during the day to keep the house warm. So it's doing So there's a lot of heat sinks. There's the outside ground, because the insulation as well isn't right next to the building. On the top here, it's got about that much backfill stuff. I always describe it. It looks like cheesecake base mixture. It's ground up rock. It's like sand. It looks a bit like sand.
Digestive biscuits.
Yeah, digestive biscuits. Yeah, it looks like ground up digestive biscuits. You like literally. I just wanted to. You go like, it has to be digestive biscuits. I must taste it. It tastes horrible. So we put that over it, and then we put layers of waterproof. So it's got waterproofing on the concrete, so that keeps the building dry. Then you've got this cheesecake base over the top of it, creating a sort of bit of a curve over it, and then we've got an insulating umbrella. So it literally is sort of plastic sheeting, in an informal way of describing it, layered, and you layer it so that like you put roof tiles on, so that it keeps going up. So that's layered over. Then we had insulation over that. Then we had another layer of waterproofing, another layer of insulation. So we've got sort of a build up of them, and then we've got various other layers on top of that of things that make the green roof. So
Is it Passive House standard, or was that
No.
already around as a
no, it
back
wasn't.
then?
It was I started designing this before I knew about passive house. So it's very airtight because of the concrete.
Yeah.
The windows quite good, but if I could go back in time, I'd be taping the between the windows and the concrete to make it really airtight. Out of the way because we didn't want to get it painted on.
So this is the snug, and then through to the dining room.
It's the living
Living
room.
room.
Main living room. So the snug's kind of the extra.
Yeah.
So there was a point when we were designing it where, we might have had some kind of other room in here. You could have a gaming room.
Yeah.
Cinema
Big
room.
table or something.
Yeah.
So then
This is the main. You definitely feel underground in this bit. Don't you?
This space, so there's a garden court up there. So the planning permission doesn't allow us to do anything on the roof. Particularly, we have to have planning for that, but we can do whatever we want. We can set up a swing in there.
So talk
Done
through
that with
the
parties.
kitchen design.
So, good old IKEA.
Ah,
It's been in here 20 odd years.
impressive.
Yeah. So, it'd be even more impressive if we take the wrapping off the grey stuff.
So this is unusual, kind of like a fixed island work.
Yeah, it's just an island connected to the wall instead, and it's got like loads. I love drawers. And things.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, it's
Geographically, it's called peninsula.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's attached.
Yeah. Do you know? I don't think when I designed this, I don't think there was such a thing as an island unit.
Yeah. So did your parents have chairs there?
No, we had it so you could have chairs here, but
Yeah.
never bothered because you just come here and lean.
Right.
Lean chat.
It is a nice leany chair.
Yeah.
And then table in this space here.
Yeah, yeah. And my dining room table that you see, the metal, what am I on about? The wood one and glass
Mm.
was designed. That was sort of,
And the joinery here is beautiful.
yeah. Guess where that comes from?
Don't know.
IKEA.
Really?
Yeah.
Sort of butchered IKEA to fit.
Yeah. Not even that. Yeah. So all these are just
Yeah.
IKEA
cabinets.
units.
Yeah.
And with an
then we
end piece.
created this stuff.
Oh.
And then that's not IKEA.
To fit.
That's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Around it.
Yeah, my friend's husband came and fitted the kitchen. So,
Mm.
so it's a 4-bedroom house,
Mhm.
but it's 2 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms. So this is what I called the annex when we were designing it. So it's got a bathroom in here,
Mm.
which is lovely and echoey. This was Dad fitting it out, bless him. And Mum's using the colours.
That is the thing for designing for parents, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you go like,
They don't
why did you do
necessarily
it? Why
have
did
the
you
taste
actually
that you
put
would
that?
go with
Yeah.
building.
Why did you do that? It's meant to be that way.
So
Right,
so
that's roof lights.
Ooh.
Oh,
wow.
Make it
Does
on
that make a
mechanical.
difference to the light?
Yeah. Feel the cold dropping down
Yes.
at the moment.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So it looks really good when we're
Yeah, I am now.
Keith Robinson.
Yeah, do you know
What's
that person?
What's Heath Robinson?
Well, it must have been a man
Wasn't
Yeah.
it from
that invented
Robinson
something, but
Crusoe?
not very
No,
well.
Heath Robinson. He was in the 30s, 40s or something. And he'd come up with his
You
mad
just make things.
yeah,
start
they're
things.
crazy.
Oh, so he was a real person?
Oh, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
But you sort of say Heath Robinson if someone's invented something for themselves and
Yeah.
found their own way of doing it that might be not super slick, but
Yeah.
just using what you've got around.
Yeah,
Function for the project.
yeah.
And what?
It just makes such a difference. Yeah.
How big
This is 4th bedroom, but the thing about this is it could be a living space with a kitchen in there. So it's got
Oh.
plumbing and
Yes,
water.
it could be 1-bed annex.
Yeah. So I was thinking of it with the idea if my parents needed us to move in and look after them.
So would you move into this space and they'd
or
have
they
the rest of
could
it?
do Or whatever.
So this is, because there's lots of
Ah.
levels, aren't there? So they
Yeah.
should be on one level.
Yeah. So they can do everything on one level
Yeah.
and still be connected. So it's quite nice to sort of have that choice.
Yes.
Or you can Airbnb it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magda, no, that's a really good, because we're talking to a client who's renovating a big house and we're talking about sectioning it off as well,
Mhm.
you know, just to, it's just future proofing.
Everyone might,
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
got different
Yeah.
functions, I think.
And this, my dad just had this. We had another dining room. We had our old dining room table in here, and he had all this stuff in his computers and things.
So what, like an office?
Yes, yes. So he had it as an office. But the last time it.
That just makes such a difference.
Close it down.
Yeah.
Does it actually open? As in-
No, it's not open.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one's open.
Yes, yeah. They're not. Just that one in this room.
It's amazing.
But
It's
the
a
door,
door.
there's
It's
a door, isn't it?
and it's a grey stone.
Yeah.
But it's so powerful.
Yeah, just lots of different switches, so you can have different lighting options.
It's nice for the low ceiling.
3.3. You can't quite reach 2.3, can you? So it's about 2.2.
It's 2 meters.
Yeah, it's about 2.2.
So gauging height. So talk through the ventilation and the MHVR.
Here we are.
MVHR,
Yeah,
I always get
MVHR. Yeah, so and you can feel it coming in.
So that's
So it's a bit cool,
yeah.
but it's the heat has gone out of the
Yeah.
house. They've captured a lot of it, most of it.
Yeah.
And the filters are filthy, so I think it'll work better.
Will
So
it bring
it's
warm
heating
air in?
it back. Yeah, it's warm. It's warmer than the outside air
Okay.
because it's moving.
Okay.
It feels a bit cool as well. but it's not as cold as the outside air.
Yeah.
And where's the intake?
Up on the roof.
Ah, right,
I'll show you
okay.
when we get to
So
that.
this is constantly pushing air through.
Yeah,
and then
then
it's
it's
pushing through
pulled
the
out
house.
as the wet rooms.
Ah. Ah. So where's it pulled out? So it
That
goes in
out
and
the
the
volume of the
bedroom.
house. So that's So you can see that's pretty dirty because
Yeah.
it's
So it goes out there with all the moisture.
yeah.
And heat.
So the in and outs
Yeah.
within these rooms, they all go back to that big box,
Yeah.
and then it gets exchanged because the air doesn't touch the outside air. But there's another 2 pipes that are connected to the outside. One brings air in, fresh air from the outside, and then it passes close to the other air, but it's separated. It's actually separated by plastic fins, kind of thing. So because we've got a swimming pool, we had to use plastic and not metal. So it's plastic fins. So it's like they go past each other, and you get the heat goes across and comes into the air, then coming into the living rooms.
I like the glass blocks, they're cute.
I've got
Cotswold stone.
no, this is slate, and that's limestone.
And what's that one down there? Is that
That's same slate, just
Really?
yeah, just picture different part, different colour arrangement, Yes, there's good things and bad things about having a bumpy dark floor in the kitchen.
Oh yes.
The bad thing is you can't see the dirt in the kitchen.
That's
The
the
good
good
thing
thing. That's the
is
good
you can't see the dirt in the kitchen. Then we've got the pool room. So the pool room is a sort of separate area for heating wise, and that's a glass box that will help keep the heat a bit better than other methods. And then we have like airlock through it. I don't remember where all the lights are, but
So many lights.
yeah. So there's some of you already discovered.
What's in here?
So this is the posh shower room. So this is the one where
That would be for the bedrooms.
no, this is the pool room. Yeah, and you can use it for
Oh, changing bench.
yeah, and then
And what is this?
storage and
This
things.
for towels.
Yeah, I think it's probably got bits. Yes.
It looks like it's been designed like this. just
Yes.
because It's the same angle as the toilet
Yeah.
power.
I wonder where the other bit of that one.
Okay.
So you can feel it.
Feels warm. That's a bit.
Yeah,
Smells a bit.
and it feels moist. Usually it didn't used to, but they kept it well, and there's a lot more moisture coming out of the pool. So usually this used to fit well, but it's all foamed up. So now there's water always evaporating on the pool. That makes a big difference because usually it doesn't feel. You can feel it's moist, can't you? Normally you walk into here and it doesn't feel like that.
So it's not there, and that's where.
But it feels like the ventilation is not switched. It feels like ventilation is not switched.
The ventilation might not be working very well either. So, no, they're the ventilation, pulling the stuff out. That is a dehumidifier with a heater in it on the other side. I've never used it. Because I was worried that, because we've got underfloor heating, but it's quite a small area. Though obviously the pipes are very close together to keep it warm. So I was a bit worried that it might not put enough heat into the pool, because you've got to have the pool air heating more than the pool water to keep the water from evaporating.
Say that again. You've got to keep
You've got to
the
have the pool air warmer than the water air, the
Or-
water temperature.
or the
to help,
water.
yeah, to stop the water evaporating.
right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Swimming pool design.
yeah, it's quite complicated. Yeah. So there was a point where I had a tenant who said, "Oh, I'd want to turn the water off to save electricity."
Yeah.
The bills went up. Used less electricity than it was using on I'm not even sure if it used less electricity, but it was using it on the expensive tariff. That was like hugely more expensive.
So this is the lantern, and you can see the lid
Yeah.
from the room.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the kitchen.
Yeah,
then,
so that's the
over on
kitchen one,
right.
yeah. And I think I need to replace that.
No, I
Which
know.
it's got damp.
And we can keep that
Courtyard.
out that window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where the food's coming out. And then you go up that way to the...
yeah. All the bedrooms carpeted.
Ooh, nice big room.
So this is the master, really, I guess.
Yeah.
I love the bathroom light.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's replaced. So they put strip,
Yeah,
LED strip.
Yeah.
But I think I was looking and going like, it didn't look like that before.
Does it look better?
We spec these doors
Yeah.
from the door store in Leamington. Fantastic way. Yeah, we went like, get something you don't have to paint, get good
Yeah.
quality,
Yeah.
and that. And then we've got ash all the way around
Yeah,
as
this
well.
is close in the scale.
So you can just, wipe it down. No repainting on that, which is brilliant, but
Let's get that perspective on the ground and see it up there.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't really see.
No.
So where's the ground level there?
Oh, it's just here. Here. Yeah. We've just got the 150 mil below from the sill.
So have you ever seen any animals going past?
Yes, we've had peasants looking in. We didn't tell Mum about the snake. She doesn't like snakes. In fact, big frog one day as well. Not frog, toad. giant
Presumably
one.
foxes and things like that.
Yeah.
And how long did they live here for?
Moved in and finished working on it in 2005 onwards, and then I moved down 2011.
Oh,
So, yeah.
6
years.
years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
my dad came along one day and he said, "Oh, the problem with the house is it's in the countryside and it's far from the hospital." Yeah, like, I'm not sure when. Yeah, like, I told him that like 8 years before, but
And then where did they live after that?
so they moved up to Warwick.
Up to Warwick?
Yeah,
Okay.
and they lived within a 10-minute walk of the hospital. So
Oh, did they?
yeah, because my dad, his thing deteriorated, so he needed to be going to the hospital a lot.
Right.
So he realised he couldn't, do that from here. So he hadn't finished the house. Yeah. So it never went in any architectural press because it was never finished soon enough. Even when he moved out, I went like, "Well, you need to make the countercurrent for the pool." He said, "You've got to get that up and working. You can't sell it unless you do that and put it on the market to sell it." But then I felt it and we went like, "Let's just rent it."
Did they use the pool when they were here?
Well, my dad used it a little bit, but he never got the countercurrent working because he wasn't well at so the 6 metre length. He said, "Oh, that's all right, I'll just potter backwards and forwards."
Round in a circle.
Yeah. My mum had a fear of water, so she actually overcame it with hypnotherapy at one stage because they had a canal boat. So, she never went in the swimming pool because by then she'd fallen in the canal and frightened herself again, so she lost the ability to swim. So.
And when they lived here, was your dad always pottering with the building, like making stuff and doing? Was it because you said it wasn't really finished?
Yeah, he did get a bit bored of it.
Once
And
he'd
he was
finished
back with his
everything.
computer stuff because he could sit. He spent he put a lot of time and effort into his illness as well. He was a patient representative.
Okay.
So they did a video upstairs with some people coming from Oxford Time or something.
Yeah.
On stage to interview him about all that kind of stuff. Because there was a drug that NICE wouldn't allow them to use, so they were campaigning to get that to be used.
But he was poorly when he moved in, did you say?
He had multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer,
Right.
but he was being treated for it, so
Yeah.
he was never ill for it.
Okay.
But he was ill he was a bit ill from what do you call it?
Side effects.
Side effects, yeah. My parents had the bed here,
Mm-hmm.
like this, And then the last set of people had their bed this way, on this one. So
And we've got
you can
plug
decide.
sockets
I just
and
thought,
light
like, oh,
switches.
yeah,
Very nice
yeah.
plug socket.
And there will be fixed furniture back in here, because this is, because we've got an open plan space for the kitchen and everything, so you can't, in case of fire, you have to be able to escape safely from somewhere. So when you've got a 2-storey house, they go like, you can climb out of the big enough windows and jump down. When you put a loft extension, you can't do that, therefore you have to have an enclosed fire exit. So that's why you always have to put your fire doors on all your rooms going down the stairs to the outside. With this, we're too high to get out of that easily. So what we had to do is put some fixed furniture in, which people have taken out without permission. So,
Oh no.
so.
How many years ago?
And then they put it in the garage. So, so it'll be new furniture that I need to buy. And just fix it, yeah, filter it.
So you
Building guy went, yeah, as long as it's fixed. So, I had it so that, like here again, small step, bigger one still, so that my mum could literally walk up there and climb out. She needed to.
through the window.
But there's not a lot to burn in a concrete structure.
Yeah.
So. Cam followed my boyfriend, who was doing automotive engineering stuff for university, because I was at university in Bath. And yes, I went up there, and then Mum and Dad were living in London, and then we got this site.
Oh, it's
Gonna try
raining.
and spit on us. Imagine it's a lovely warm day, and we sit here. I'd invite you to come and sit and have cocktails on the terrace.
And what's this above? I'm trying to get my bearings. Is this
No
like the
work,
kitchen?
nothing. No, the kitchen's there.
So that's the window that looks
Yeah,
like,
so but it's insulated. I've got insulation in here.
No, this is
No, I'll show you where the big rock is. One of the big rocks is. Yeah. So this has got layers of insulation as well over it, underneath here, so that any heat that comes out from the building still stays captured. So,
Oh, to keep this warm when you
Yeah.
come and use it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
trying to get some comparisons, but last year I know that this house used 22,000 kilowatt hours of energy to keep it going for everything, heating and then whatever. So go home and tell me what all your houses do and how big they are.
I would have no idea.
22,000.
22,000.
Yeah, it's quite a lot because it's a big house with a swimming pool, but it's still worked out. About 15 years ago, that was like what the average house, sort of 4-bedroom house in Britain used, that doesn't have a swimming pool.
Wow. And I'm guessing they use a lot more now.
Well, a lot of them have reduced. I don't know. I think it's reduced, hasn't it? Energy efficiency has improved through the country. So yeah,
Each unit.
yeah, because there's two separate things. There's how much energy you're using, how much you're paying for your energy. So I've just gone with UW with this place.
Oh, have you?
And yeah, so we looked at it, and I'm moving it to economy 7 from economy 10, so it'll only heat at night cheaply.
Yeah.
Before we had some daytime ones, and it's just going to save £1,668.
Wow.
Just straight off.
Wow. A year.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive though.
Yeah, will save my tenants that. So now we're over the small bedroom. This is where it's going to be. Yeah. Then under here is that larger bedroom. That's the roof line.
So we're in the middle of the house.
Yeah. The windows were terribly efficient.
Same all our
at the
cars
time,
though, isn't it?
1.3 I think it was. And really good at civil engineering. They've done that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Fullbrook's beautiful.
So where are we?
So we're in Fullbrook, and literally we drive out of the lane here and drop a right. There's Fullbrook's really beautiful and a nice little pub, little hamlet. But you are within spitting distance. You can walk down to the bottom and left, and that takes you to Burford. And Burford's known as the gateway to the Cotswolds. And it's absolutely beautiful. You'll have to have a drive up the hill. How was it getting to planning?
It was okay. It's already got a planning permission for an earth sheltered house, but not completely different design. And I think they'd figured out that it was going to cost too much to build it. So this came along, and I made sure I got all the information in there, and and I did a sketch of what it looked like at the time, and then what it would look like from the lane as well after the house was done, and it didn't really do any different.
No, it's amazing.
So it sort of ticked those boxes. We've got a Section 106 agreement on it, so we can't do things. We can hang washing up in the courtyard areas, but you can't put residential paraphernalia or something is the term. Yeah, we can't do that.
What was it like for this house when you were digging?
So the lady who lived there, she's my friend who's like over 100. She's died a couple of years ago now. So it's empty at the moment, but it's there. My friend's up there. Their son-in-law has bought it, and they're going to develop it.
So thanks, Andy, for sharing your incredible story with us. If anyone's interested, please get in touch with Pride Road, and we can point you in the right direction. Thank you for joining me, Lisa Rains, for Architecture in the Den. If you want to find out about franchising, check out our website, prideroadfranchise.co.uk. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe and leave a review. And do get in touch through your favourite platform if you'd like to be a guest.